हेलो, आई एम सुनील गुलेरिया और इस वीडियो में हम सीखेंगे कि हम टेक्स्ट फील्ड्स कैसे लगा सकते हैं, जावा में टेक्स्ट फील्ड्स कैसे लगा सकते हैं या एप्लेट के ऊपर टेक्स्ट फील्ड्स कैसे लगा सकते हैं और उन टेक्स्ट फील्ड्स में हम यूजर से इनपुट लेके या यूजर से वी विल एक्सेप्ट द टू इंटीजर वैल्यूज फ्रॉम द यूजर एंड वी विल ऐड दोस टू वैल्यूज and display the sum. Text fields means that is one more component of your AWT toolkit, or we can say that one more tool, a GUI component which we can use to take the input from the user. So for that, what we need to do, applet, we need to import applet, but here we are going to import that is awt.star. Now even if you want to import this graphics you can, otherwise we have used here .star, so it includes each and everything. So that is event, and event.star is there to handle the events. So public class myapplet, we created here one class that is myapplet, and that is extending one class that is applet class and implements action listener. Now we need one object of button class, so we created over here. Then next, this is actually the text field, and this is one class, and it suppose resides or exists in this AWT text field. So I created here one object that is txt num1, second is that is the txt num2. We are going to take the two text boxes or text fields in this program. I'm taking here one string object, and I'm specifying that is the sum would be here. This is the default. We can say that I'm going to set the one string, default string over here. Next is that is init. Now here I have to allocate the memory, and I'm going to allocate the memory that is new, or I'm going to give the memory that is text field, and here I'm not going to specify anything. It means I am not passing any arguments to constructor, that is the default constructor is being called. Next, in the next field, I'm going to specify here that is the 30. You can specify 30, or you can specify, let's suppose, the 20 also. It would be the text field width, that is how many characters will be displayed in front of that. So next we are going to assign that is the button, and we can use here that is, let's suppose, sum. We can use sum. Some will be displayed over there. So btn dot add action listener, I'm going to add action listener to this, and then add I'm going to add this text box as well as the second text box and the button to the applet. Now what I have to do next I will see that is action performed when I will click on that sum button, but should be there. So I am going to take, suppose, the 3 again, the private variables over here, that is int num1, num2 and res. Now what I want to do, I want to take, suppose, the value which I will type in the text box 1. So the object name of the text box 1 is that is txt num1. Txt num1 dot, I'm going to use one property or getter, or we can say that the get method of text field class, or this object that is text get text. It will give you whatever you have written in that text box, and that would be in, suppose, what that is in string type. It would return the string. So I am catching that string, and then I am parsing that string into the integer, and then it would store that integer into the num1 variable. So the same over here. It is actually how we can get the values from the text boxes or text fields, that is by using the text get text. And if you want to set the values, so we can use here set text, and we can pass here the arguments that is set text and the text which you want to specify or which you want to set to that text box. And now after this, what I want to do, I want to add these two values. I am putting that into the res, and then result is actually the string type variable. So I am suppose specifying that is the sum is plus res, and I am calling here the repaint. So when I will call this repaint, so this paint will be executed once again on demand. So अब आप इसे सेव करेंगे, और आपने इसे सेव फिर वही उसी क्लास से सेव करना है जो आपने क्लास यहाँ बनाई है माई एप्लेट. और अगर आप देखें तो हमने इसे you can see over here we are going to save it in, this is your myapplet.java. So myapplet.java, here you can see this is the myapplet.java is saved in one folder. and that folder is if you want to see that folder, this is folder E Guleria Java, so it is myapplet.java. So next what you have to do, you need to compile it. So if you want to compile this, you go there and then you can write here Java C and then the file name, that is myapplet.java. You will compile it and then you can see dir, so there is one myapplet.class, and then now you want to use, suppose what, that is the .html file, so you need to create that .html file to call your applet or to use your applet. So that is applet and then code and then myapplet, and this is your .class file over here, and save it in the same folder. And after that you will come back to this and you want to suppose view your applet. So applet viewer, we will use applet viewer space and then my applet.html file and press enter. As you press enter, what happens that is, you can see the result over here. This is your applet and you can see there are the two boxes, or if you want to see like this, there are two boxes, but this box width is very less because we haven't specified the width. So you can type here one number, let's suppose 1200, 1200. I want to specify here the 300, that is the second number, and then now you will click on this, that is sum. As you will click on this, so the output is, the sum is 2430. We have written the sum over here, 1200 plus 300. Should we? It's 300, 1500. Let's see. So ये था आपके पास कि जो output आपके पास आती है, and we can see once, let's suppose what we are typing over here, that is num1 num2 text and then num1 plus num2. Once again, if you want to execute this, let's suppose I will type here 100 and then I will type here 200, then click on this 100 plus 200, the sum is 200. What is happening this, I don't know. Let's suppose we will check that in the next video. Oh, so we can see here we are using here, that is that num1 and num1, so we have to use here txt num2, and now we can say, once again we need to save it, once again we need to compile it, Java C, and then you can use here my applet.java, then applet viewer my applet.html. Execute this and type here the value, let's suppose 100, and here you can type, let's suppose the 200, and you can click on the sum, so the 300. So it was exactly, and sometimes we make the very silly mistakes. Let's suppose here I was using txt num1, txt num2 because I had copied this. So thanks for watching.